Good afternoon. You are now entering Sapo Studios. Frogs and species of all kinds are welcome. Fasten your seatbelt. You are in for quite a ride. Initiating Scratch Track Saturday in 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Anonymous. Saturdays.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sapo Saturday's Scratch Track Sessions. You got your boy ASAP Froggy. We got the one, the only, Bangus Frog. Who's that? Welcome to the Saturdays that we love to host for you all here.
What's going on, y'all? Thank you for being with us. This is Sapo Saturdays. We are Sapo Studios. Our goal is to bring the majority of profits and ownership rights back into the hands of musicians. We operate under the umbrella of the Notorious Frog NFT project, aka Frogland. Do your own research, but get involved. We have plans to unveil a marketplace where you can buy and sell stems and do a whole lot more. But until then, we're jamming with artists, chatting it up with them about music, life, and NFTs. So first of all, if you were listening before the show started, we were playing some Philip Frazier and Maid of Mana, and it's funny because I love playing our artists. We've had some great musicians on the show, and once in a while, ASAP over here will throw a track on, and I won't even know that it's one of our artists. So when we had Philip Frazier on from Maid of Mana, shout out Maid of Mana,
Great band,
great
artist.
Great band. I kept telling
He's a good dude, too.
him, and I kept telling ASAP that he had major John Mayer vibes. Mm-hmm. So ASAP is playing some Philip Frazier this morning, Maid of Mana, hashtag Maid of Mana, and I was like, hey, this is John Mayer, right? And he's like, no, this is Philip Frazier. I'm like, oh shit, very
so
cool.
Good.
So everyone should go ahead and check out Philip Frazier, Maid of Mana. The track we first started with that I thought was John Mayer is called Sinner. Mm-hmm. Great track. And they've got a lot of other great music that you should definitely check out. After that, we rolled into a collab between Nika Moore and Lobo 301. Lobo is one of our own Frogland holders.
He's an OG of the show, man.
OG.
Major OG of the show.
And you know, just an awesome...
Shout out Lobo, hashtag Lobo 301.
Yeah, right. No, but he's an awesome dude. Has some great music, and that collab was awesome. You know, I was what's going on over there?
I got eyes over here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about what's going on over there.
Okay.
You worried about? You just focus on what's going on over here. I got
Very
eyes.
good.
Don't you worry, David.
All right. Hey,
don't you worry.
Who's that? Who's that?
Don't you worry. Bangus Frog.
Bangus. But yeah, no, it was very cool that the both of them were willing to jump on that track, and it just so happens that Nika Moore just sent in some new vocals for a track that we're trying to get a collab going on.
It was actually lyrics that you came up with on a scratch track, and then you were like, maybe you should sing it, Mr. ASAP. Eyes on me, man.
I feel like I'm in kindergarten. Focus up here, please.
Yeah, you know, you got cameras on you, you got lights on you, and you're like,
yeah, no, I get. Okay, well, that's why you have the switcher over there. Okay.
But anyways, yes, you came up with the lyrics on a scratch track. You were like, maybe you should sing it, and then I sang it, and then we're like, what if a female sang it? And then we were talking about like AI and this whole thing, and then we're like, Nika Moore, she's a real person. She was on our show.
Definitely a real person, and that came on the heels of us interviewing Evaflow, and I thought the two of them could do a really cool collab. So
totally, like they could do it such a great. There's so many artists on our show that I think could do amazing collabs, which I think that's we're on our way there.
Yeah, no, and I like the fact that we're connecting people, because that's kind of part of all of this, right?
Absolutely.
Bringing them to each other to be able to make some new stuff and do those collabs, and that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Speaking of artists that have been on the show,
Dave Length.
Last night,
I was about to touch on this myself, David.
Don't touch yourself, but let's.
What? Hey, what?
You know,
I didn't say that.
We got an audience.
Don't
here, man.
twist my words, man. I didn't say that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. But yeah, no. So if you were listening last weekend, we had on Victoria White. She had an excellent interview with us. I thought it was excellent.
She's awesome.
A lot of cool
Yeah.
stories, and she had great vibes. And she was telling us that she was having an art exhibition this week. If anyone from the audience wanted to go, I definitely wanted to go. You wanted to go, so we made a point
Brought
of
my
doing
girlfriend
that.
Kelsey.
Oh.
We brought
You
a
got
friend.
a girlfriend, man?
Yeah. We
That's
brought
cool.
We brought a friend from work, Becca.
Yeah. We brought
Another
one of our
friend from-
former artists,
Yep, another friend from the show.
El Guapo.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it was a good time. We went out to Redondo, and all of Victoria's paintings were hanging on the walls. The Elton John piano, if you've seen it on her website, with the big painting of Elton John on the top of it, that was there. And there was a great artist, actually, musician, Nate Amore, who we hope to have on the show. I was talking to him.
He's got a great voice, man.
Yeah, and he was playing that Elton John piano. He brought out his acoustic guitar. He was jamming on that, so it was a good time.
Yeah. He's quite a voice. He actually reminded me of former band that we've had on the show, Naked Elephant. But Josh Royce, the lead singer, we have not had him on the show. We had Taylor.
And I'll tell you why Nate's voice was reminiscent of Josh's, because he does that great thing where it's like he reaches into the woman. I don't know what you would call that, but he's got that thing.
So good.
Like, I'm not doing it justice.
Damn,
at all.
I didn't realize the camera wasn't on you when you were doing that.
Just talking about that thing from the back of your voice. But he makes it sound so good.
Yeah, Josh also does that well, and hopefully we'll have him on the show. I was talking to him this morning. So he's doing another really cool thing in Northern California, which they're going to do like healing for kids and like teaching and a whole thing, and bought farmland and horses. And you
just said so many different indescript things.
I don't want to give too much away. I'm going to let him talk about that when we have him on the show. But he's
there's farmland and kids and healing and all sorts of things going on. Okay,
teaching as well.
There's teaching too. Okay,
teaching,
good.
Healing. Yeah,
good.
I feel like Victoria's movement is also part of that as well.
Oh yeah, her whole interest in the nonprofit and all the stuff she's doing, definitely helping kids. I don't know. Well, I guess she's healing their souls, so sure, she's healing them as well.
Totally.
And maybe she has farmland too. So who knows?
But that's a big thing we talked about on the show was healing and realizing self-healing and doing that. Knowing when you need to do that. And
how many of those books that she recommended have you read yet?
None yet, but
it's been a week, man. You should have been through at least like 3 of them, right?
Hey, man, I still went to therapy and worked on myself and do my own like self-healing. And
I'm just busting your chops.
There's more that I can do for sure. I think there's more that we can all do, but I think starting that process is always important. So
sure.
So on me for needing to start.
All right, man.
Reading a book.
I wasn't trying to get super serious with it. I was kidding, but sure.
Yeah, no, I should. But I'm just being truthful with myself.
Yeah, a little bit of a truth bomb on Sapo Saturday.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's important, man. I think something to take away from that, and what she said was like she couldn't fully like live in her art form in its true potential until she like faced those things, So I think like that's something so interesting to hear as like a fellow artist, is like it's almost like you have to be truthful with yourself in order to like truthfully emote, if you will. Emote as an actor, as a writer, a musician, a painter.
Sure.
Like I think things could be like masked, and like we think we are doing that, but until we've like met ourselves in its like true form and like faced the things that we're afraid to face every day, that's like where this body that we're in and soul that we are, that when they like touch and meet. And like what's so interesting to touch on that is what Melanie was saying. And I was kind of like listening back to that where she was talking about she felt a reason for her success. And she was like, I don't know how I could explain it, but she was like, 500,000 people at Woodstock got to watch somebody come back to their own body, which is like pretty fucking mind-blowing if you think about that.
Absolutely.
Like,
but just help me out here in terms of connecting the dots. What does that have to do with like owning your truth?
Because like she was so afraid, right? And she was like so afraid to like go down that, walk the plank, if you will, you know, the plank to Woodstock. But like, I think that she knew she was supposed to be there. So in her story, owning her truth was like stepping out into that moment, which made her leave her body.
Okay,
you
fair.
know, so like,
fair.
I think like in that was like her truth. That's like, so that's why she says today in this moment, like, that is why I feel I have success, is because of that moment and like watching somebody come back to their body. But like I was saying, like, it's when your soul and this like body that we're in meet, is like once you've faced your truth. So like that moment, 500,000 people got to witness.
Describing a very cinematic event there. It's like a, you know,
totally.
And then like it's like
totally. But like it's so like outside of the box to try to like comprehend like what that means, or even to try to talk about that. But it's like,
well, it definitely sounds like hippy dippy bullshit, but I hear you.
But that's what I'm saying. As an artist, it makes so much sense to me that like you have to like allow yourself to like for the two to meet, as weird as that is saying.
Well,
and like,
I mean, and they say that the best art comes from truth, right? So whatever kind of art you're creating, I lean towards comedy. So they say the best comedy is the most truthful comedy. And we've seen that with people like Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K., Chris Rock. You know, the more they lean into their lives and how they feel about things and you know, them being unabashedly truthful, the funnier their shit is. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, you lean into that truth in any of those art forms, and you're going to get probably some of your best art.
Totally. And I think, like, some people are afraid to do that, you know?
Sure.
It's, like, afraid to, like, visit those things, and we just create other things that we think we're calling art, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like I can take something away from all of these artists that we've spoke to on this show. And it's like such an interesting place for like you and I to grow. Both of us.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like,
I mean,
as artists,
even beyond as individuals, as artists, you know, when
yes.
we're playing music every weekend.
That,
you know,
but also like creating films, like directing something, like, you know, like those are all like, to again touch on what Melanie was saying, those are all have to be from like not only truthful places but like playful places. Like they're all expressions.
Sure.
Of art.
So
you know, whether
what you're saying is that we're taking things from the artists and bringing them into other parts of our lives.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yes. Like I personally am inspired by those aspects, and like can see how they are related in a multitude of art forms, whether it be like writing something, acting in something, you know, cooking, you know, like as we've touched on in this show many times, you know, like music is like cooking, you know, but I'm just joking.
Cooking up some beats.
I'm just joking. But yeah. And I think that's something we can all take away from these episodes, man.
Yeah, no, look, we've had a lot of great people on, and beyond just hearing some great music that we had never heard before, we've heard some unbelievable stories, perspectives, and yeah, we are very fortunate to have heard some of these stories and take some of those lessons and move forward with that, and it's been cool. What's with the look?
Do you know what this episode is turning into?
Reflections.
Yes, you know, it's like
it's like the 100th episode of a TV show where they like play clips from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like in the edit, you guys will appreciate this later when it shows up on the YouTube channel. It's just going to be cutaways from other moments in the shows that we've had great moments with many people. It's like when Ross and like Joey are sitting on the couch and like, hey, remember that one time? It's like that episode.
Yeah.
We're in it. We're currently living it right now.
We're currently living it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? If we're gonna do that,
let's play some old tracks.
Let's play some old tracks, man.
Dave length.
Yeah. So who have we had on this show?
Okay. So earlier I was playing Avant Guardians.
Oh, that's a throwback. We haven't had the Avant Guardians on in a while.
Yeah.
We should probably have them
follow
back.
up with them. We should follow up with them.
Ernie and Joe are good dudes.
Ernie and Joe,
I'm sure they're still making some fresh beats.
They are. I was speaking to Ernie a couple weeks ago about that.
Ooh.
And we had a quite an interesting moment where I was like walking out of the forum and I just like immediately was like hit by like Ernie vibes. And I was just like, I should call him. And I picked up my phone, called him, and he was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I was literally like just talking about you.
Of course he was, because you're so in tune with the goddamn universe over there.
And he was like, Joe and I were, he was like, I was just telling Joe, he's like, I wonder if he's okay, man. Like I haven't heard from him in a little while. I wonder if David's okay. And like, I called him. And like, that just said to him, and he said, that told him, and he told me, we're connected, man.
Well, I mean, shit, you're definitely in tune with something over there.
So I hope he just hops into the space.
That would
now.
be cool. But yeah,
and that would be really cool if he hopped into the space while avant-garde music was playing.
That would be very cool.
So Ernie, I'm sending out the vibes to you, bro.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
No, but if you don't know the Avant-Guardians, you definitely should go and check them out. AVNT_Guardians. You can find them on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all that stuff. They're really cool, and they do. Oh my god, my dog's going crazy. They do concept albums.
At the mailman, he looked so annoyed and scared because like he was like the quintessential mailman. It was like, oh god damn it, another dog.
Just a side note about that. I don't know what it is about dogs that like. Hold on, let me grab this little beast.
All right, so I'm gonna play this while Bingus takes care of his little rascal of a dog. Oh, he's running around like a madman. Dan, I bet you're laughing over there at your house right now.
No, so what I was going to say was I don't know what it is about dogs instinctively that, like, they, there's that old diatribe that they bark at, or diatribe, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but that they bark at the mailman, right?
Yeah.
And how does my dog know that that's the fucking mailman?
Your dog barks at everybody.
Yeah, no, hold on. That's true, but there's also something very specific about if it's an Amazon or a FedEx or a UPS mailman, whatever. The dog knows. Yeah. I'm telling you.
So then
the dog goes fucking crazy.
So then, if this were the 100th episode, this would be like the side story of like the 100th episode. So then we would like start to follow what your dog does to the mailman because she'd like sneak out of the house or something. She like attacks the mailman.
You got a whole thing playing in your head, huh?
I'm just saying, man. We're in the 100th episode,
and we're not. But sure,
I mean,
okay.
plus,
so anyway,
it is,
back to the Avant-Gardians. So they've done some. They've done some cool concept album stuff. One of their last albums that they dropped was called Waifu Radio. Calm down over there. Which they decided to do an album that was using a lot of Japanese tracks that Joe was able to find, deep cuts that he remixed into these amazing songs. But in addition to that, the entire album is a whole story, and they have playing in the background while I'm trying to think. They're talking in well, they're not talking. They hired someone to do fake Japanese commercials that actually tell a story throughout the album. So very cool stuff.
Super
let's hop into one of their songs right now.
This is the intro. This is the voiceover that they hired.
All right, cool. So this is the Avant-Gardians off of their album Waifu Radio. And what is this track called?
It just says Intro Melody 1.
All right, Intro Melody 1. Let's jam out, y'all. Let's dance. It's Saturday, baby. Let's go.
ガーディアンズには足を向けて寝られません。なので毎日彼らの日本での名曲を流しているんです。まずは2022年生まれのヒット曲メロディー。
Yeah, baby. Little avant-gardians for your Saturday. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Good stuff. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this whole 100th episode thing the other day, and
Oh yeah, so you created this.
I created
before,
this scenario. Yeah, and of
you-
course we blew our wad way too early because we're on episode like 40 something.
We'll call it. We ex-nate the first 60. We'll say. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
sure. But no, it's funny because I must have manifested this whole thing. I was 50th.
We'll call it 50.
We'll call it a 50th. But it's not the 50th episode either. But okay, sure. Yeah. This is the 50th. Great. But yeah, no, I was thinking about it the other day, kind of having this daydream moment where I was looking at how many episodes we have done, thinking at some point we will hit 100. And what will that episode look like?
Probably a little like this.
Yeah, a little bit of a retrospective.
Hopefully we'll have some upcoming episodes where we'll be in some cool studios. I'm not going to say too much about that yet until it's confirmed. But
I'm happy doing the show from anywhere as long as our talent shows up.
Totally.
What? He doesn't like that I'm talking shit. It's okay. She's not here, and what? She's not here. She didn't show up. That's not either of our faults. I'm not.
I hope she's okay.
I hope she's
everything's
okay too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything bad.
Hope
Don't get so
everything's
nervous
okay.
over there.
I hope everything.
You got your
okay.
nips in a twist. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's fine. But
Let's hope so.
Don't be so nervous over there.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah, you're a little bit nervous.
I'm not nervous. My stomach feels fine. My tummy feels fine. I don't got no butterflies. My heart rate's the same. I'm fine.
But someone that has been sending us some awesome artists that there have been times where I'm kind of looking to you like, hey man, you've done some great.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Huh.
I look to you and I say, you've done some great sourcing of talent on this show. Like, who are we going to next? And you look at me and I look at you and you look at me and we're like, I don't know who we're going to have next. So, we go out.
And that's when we look to you. And
So sometimes we reach out to some of our former guests and see if there's anyone that they believe we should be focusing on. Jaden Violet, who was on our show, who runs the UVR live spaces, Underground Violet Rave. Super cool stuff. Big in the music spaces on Twitter.
he's just a ball of energy too, man. He's
awesome.
He just lights up any space he's in, and when you're in the IRL with him, and man, I could only imagine.
Getting super pumped over there. Jaden is a really good dude and just a nice guy.
Yeah,
really and you can feel that, the minute you start talking to him, he's a good soul. Mm-hmm. We had a great interview with him. You should definitely check that out. This is a retrospective. We're talking about old episodes.
Where could they find that?
They can find that on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Spotify. We're all over the place, man. We're popping.
Yeah,
popping.
Go listen to them. They're good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I listen to them in my car.
Yeah,
when I have like an hour-long drive to work.
You have your own retrospectives every day?
Not every day, but
yeah,
sometimes. Yeah,
sometimes.
Again, man, we've talked about so many times on the show where it's like we're in the moment of the interview, and it's like to listen back is very interesting.
Yeah, we don't remember it the same way. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun.
It's definitely.
So definitely go check out the Jaden Violet episode, and Jaden has been kind enough to send us a bunch of great artists. Because he's got people on, and he's not doing these deep dives as far as I know. So it's nice that he sends over some of these people that he'll talk to for about 15 minutes, something like that, and play a little bit of their music, and then we get to do the deep dive and really find out who these people are and expose more people to their story, their music, which has been great. Totally. And we've got some awesome artists coming up on the show that Jaden has sent over. So thank you very much to Jaden, and in honor of Jaden, why don't we play some Jaden's music?
Let's run it.
What do you got over there?
Wanted Me. That's a great song. I remember jamming to that hard at your apartment.
As I recall it,
the first day we listened to it.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, if scratching the old memory banks here, we were talking with Jaden about how he kind of put all of his music out, right? And there are some artists that hold stuff back, and he decided, you know what? All of this is going out. It doesn't matter. From the time he started making music to now, you're going to see his progression, which I thought was really cool, because that's a very vulnerable place to put yourself in. Talk about embracing your truth and all that. That's some real fucking truth. You know, you know, when you start out in anything, you're not great, and sometimes you make some real crap. And I don't think that he looks at any of his songs as crap, and it is kind of a stamp on the moment of where he was at that time period. But it's awesome to see someone progress in front of your eyes and to be able to see that progression. And so this song was actually, I think, the first song that he had released in 2023. And it showed the massive progression from his old stuff to his new stuff, because you and I were talking about how we listened to another track and we were like, you know, I'm surprised, because I thought he had some like heavy hitters, and then we listened to this next track and it was like, oh wow, there's that progression.
Where he was, if I am remembering correctly, because as he says, scratching the old memory bank, man, we're getting old over here. Sapo Studios, man, we're getting old. Just kidding. But I think he was saying this is the first time he like really used his voice in that way to like push as much, and like kind of used his voice, found his voice in a new way, which is we could hear.
So remind me the name of the track again.
Wanted Me.
All right, this is Jaden Violet with Wanted Me. Rocking out on this Saturday with some old Sapo tunes, loving it. So I mean, not old Sapo tunes, because that's a Jaden Violet song.
You didn't have anything to do with that, man. You had nothing to do with that whatsoever. Not you. We had nothing to do with that. Sapo Studios didn't do shit with that, man.
But you know what we did? We featured it on episode 32.
Hey, good memory, man.
Hey, thanks,
Good
man.
for you, David.
I looked it up, if I'm being honest.
Just now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So go ahead and check out.
You should have run with it, man. It was impressive. Yeah.
No, I'm not. You know, I'm embracing the truth today, like you told me to. I didn't want to lie to our audience.
Yeah, you're right, man. Don't run. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Why are you telling me to lie to people, man? You came out with this whole embrace the truth thing. Now you're having me lie to our audience. What's wrong with you? Wanted me. Yeah. Check out episode 32 with Jade and Violet. Check out all of our episodes. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're all over the place, man.
Plug, man.
Dude, I'm going to keep plugging us till the cows come home.
Plugging us till death do us part.
What? Very good. Why don't we, in true Sapo fashion, just hop right into a jam sesh?
Yeah, we're at 12:48. Usually the interviews go for about 12 more minutes, you know. So we'll just, 100th episode. We're
100th episode.
Diving in early.
Fuck it, man. Let's.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to live in the truth too, man. This is not the 100th episode. We're not. This isn't it.
Oh, now you're admitting that.
We're in it, but it's
100th episode vibes, but it's definitely not the 100th episode. It's not even the 50th episode.
Yeah, but it's 100th episode vibes. Yes.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and set up the program there? And then the question is, what are we starting with, man? Are we starting
G sharp minor? Shout out Terrence Shaw.
Shout out Terrence Shaw.
He's not here today, but
basically told us we're shit guitarists.
In true guitar player form, we are going G sharp minor. We're going to write the best guitar song ever created.
Yeah, Terrence says nothing good starts in G sharp minor when it comes to guitar, but
hey man, we're in the 100th episode. We got to shout it all, good and bad.
Good and bad.
Shout out Cloudy the Weatherman. He thought my beat was trash.
Oh wow! A minute ago you didn't want to talk shit about anyone, and now you're just throwing bombs left and right.
I'm talking shit about myself.
Oh, okay, sure.
It wasn't the greatest beat. It wasn't my greatest execution. Yeah,
I don't think that's how you felt initially when he said that.
I said I could rap over it, but I can't rap.
All right, so are we starting with Splice? Are we starting with our own instruments? That's kind of more what I meant.
That's still stuck in my head. Let me open the program
from all of 3 minutes ago when it played. Yeah.
It's gonna be stuck in my head. Probably majority of the day. I'll text you later when it's still in my head.
Very good.
Should text Jaden.
All right, so we were, I think, kind of moving away from Splice for a little bit because you were worried about copyright, right?
Not worried, but it's just we learned information that somebody used it in a track and then it got like red flagged or something like that.
Right, which is odd because all of this music is
supposed to be... I thought you were like allowed to use this shit. And it was like...
That's the idea,
like,
you would
I'm
think.
Just paying for credits to like use this thing.
Other
to like
people's music
not be
that
able
you're ripping off.
Not be able to release it.
Yeah.
And like make money off of it or like what?
So let's hope that got resolved.
No, I'm just... Give me my credits back. Like, give me my freaking credits back.
Well, in the interim, I think
They duped us, man. They duped us.
I think we can still use the program.
Nah.
But where do we want to start, man?
I think let's find a groove, man. Let's find a groove on the guitar.
Oh, you want to start with the guitar?
Yeah, it's right over. It's right over there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pick up the old 6-string. Check it out.
So I'm gonna go. Let's see what a 90 BPM, and let's see what like a half time. Like, let's find a loop where we go from like half time.
All right, I'm plugged in over here. Ready when you're ready, man.
Stand by. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to tune it. See, that's kind of the vibe that I was thinking. What chord are you playing? A D chord? play. Oh, I see. Because I was kind of like, when I took the guitar out this morning, that was kind of like something similar to the first thing I played. It was just like almost like a little lullaby thing. And I was kind of thinking like in the vibes of our guest that was supposed to be on. See, that's coming from your soul right now, David. I could see it in your face.
That's actually, I believe the song is called A Perfect Circle by 3 Libras.
Oh. Damn it, David. Okay, you're just warming up then, I see. Okay, here's your tuner.
I think you need some new strings.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Because
it set up.
when we have that issue where it's like not exactly landing on,
That's also because it's a new guitar and the setup. I'm gonna take it to John. I'm gonna take it to John from John's
hey,
Guitar.
good old John's
Yeah.
guitars.
I haven't
Did we ever get that bass back?
I haven't gotten the bass back yet, but hopefully he's gonna let me know here in a couple days. And but I did text him. But I did text him a few days ago, and he said he hadn't gotten too far into my bass yet. But I was like, I want to bring my Strat by. Because when I dropped off my bass, I asked him, like, what's the rule of thumb for buying, like, a brand new guitar out of the box? Like a Fender, it's a good guitar. It was literally, like, in the back of Guitar Center, so it, like, hadn't been out on the floor. People hadn't played it. It was literally brand new. And he was like, even if it's, like, a good American-made one, like, you should still get it set up. Because he was like, it was made, in a shop, then it went out, sat in a warehouse for a while, then like went around. It just got
wood gets warped, and depending on the conditions that they had it in and all that. But
this sounds like okay, but I was like, I would assume it could sound better with like a proper setup, and he like deals with the intonation. Like I watched a video on doing it myself, but it's like a 5-step process between like the rod that goes down the entire neck, which is see that black piece at the very top of the neck where the strings are. There's a rod, and you would literally like turn that.
Oh yeah, with an Allen wrench.
With an Allen wrench, and it would. But the scary part is you could literally crack the entire piece of wood if you turn it too far the wrong way, or like a whole. And
what's really cool is that some of the best guitarists will use that as a technique. They'll have some sort of tool where they'll like
do it live.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Almost like it's a whammy bar.
And then you would like adjust this.
The bridge.
You would adjust, your pickups. You would adjust the intonation of like how high the string sits off the neck, so it's easier or harder to play. I just think there's a whole.
Oh yeah. Well, and the other thing you can grab is they sell what are they called? Like tuning locks or something like that.
With those Fenders, the Stratocasters in particular, because of the whammy bar that's on there, correct? And
I think so.
And that kind of like allows it to go out of tune.
But this doesn't
easier.
have a whammy on it.
It does.
What?
It does. It has a whammy bar, but I just don't really like it. But see that screw right here?
No shit.
And it's in the box.
Why don't you like it?
It's in the box behind you.
That's fucking cool. I never knew that.
Yeah. So all Strats have whammy bars. Yeah, I think so. Oh, and when I was pointing at parts on the guitar, and it was on the wrong camera. I need another monitor over there, David. Uh-oh.
So what?
This squeezed, and it cut the sound.
All right.
A lot of people have left. Thanks, Dan and my mom, for sticking around. 100th episode, no one gives a shit about.
Thanks, Dan and my mom. All right.
No one gives a shit about it. The 100th episode.
You relax over there.
No one cares, man.
No one cares. All right, where are we starting?
I care, David. I think you start with that beautiful little lullaby. Somebody's going to care about this one day because we're going to be huge. All right? Oh, that's someone
can't.
else's
Yeah,
song.
that's someone else's song.
So let's start with a D chord, and then just be like picking it that same way. Weren't you like finger picking? So like pick it the same way, and then take your like middle what your ring finger off like the high E string when you're, or no, what's on the high, yeah, and then like use your pinky finger every now, yeah.
You know what that is,
Free
right?
falling.
No.
Could be.
No. I think that's A and G. But
You sure about that?
no, but I
think that's-
but
I think that
it
is
is
it.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, if you strum it like that. Yeah. Yeah. And then if you play those chords, yeah. I think you could find something between that little lullaby picking you were doing. This is Dan's favorite part.
When we're figuring shit out, and he comes
Yeah.
back a half hour later, and we're still plucking it one note at a time.
Yeah, this is Dan's favorite part of it.
Shout out to Dan, listening there, cracking up.
So in for the sake of Dan, let's go ahead and find something quickly this time.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and pull up that little chord progression thing you got there?
What chord progression thing?
One
motion.
One motion. Okay, let me see. But do you want me to play it like the finger picking way, or like they're playing it over there?
Can you? That wasn't entirely finger picking, but I liked what was happening. You were kind of like hammering with your thumb and like actually like hitting it, and then you were just like twinkling. I don't even know if you realized what you were doing. Do you? Because you weren't doing that. What you're doing now, you were like almost like strumming, and it was like bass. Like I wish I was recording it. Yeah, and then you're like tickling with like your pointer finger, and you're almost like a bass player, sort of. Are you ready? Oh. What the hell? Oh. My bad. Ready?
Just play that for a second so I can get the timing.
Do you see the beat counter at the top? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1,
All right, let's try it. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the finger picking nonsense because I can't do it well enough.
You're not doing the same thing you were doing. It was when you weren't like thinking about it. You were just kind of like jamming. Well, then don't try to do it that same way, because that's what I was saying. Like, did you even realize you were doing that thing?
That's what you wanted, right?
Totally,
All right,
yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, that's way simpler than what you were doing before.
Okay.
Take your cable from your headphone and put it over, like, shh. That's what's happening. Stop it. Ready? But now it doesn't sound like someone's sitting on your guitar. Because I was like, why does it sound like that? It sounded like terrible. But it was because the cable from his headphone was laying over the strings of the guitar. Ready? Keep going. Don't start from there. That's not the top. You're gonna be confused.
What's up?
Start from, like, you just started.
All right,
keep going. Because I was gonna say you wouldn't loop from the top if you started there like that.
Start over one more time. Yeah, it got fucked up at the end there.
You got it.
I mean, you recorded like 4 tracks there, didn't you? Let me put down power chords on that, yeah?
thought this was broken for a second. Okay, thank God. It was not working for... That made me very nervous. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this thing? Okay, at least it works. Ready? Now it doesn't work again. Why doesn't it work?
Are you trying to add piano to the...
I'm trying to add some bass notes.
Got it.
So it was
D, B minor, G, F sharp minor. You good over there?
Where's B minor? This is F sharp. B. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is B. This is C. How do I play B minor?
I can show you on the guitar, not on the piano.
Because this is B. You see this? It shows what note I'm playing.
So are the minors the black keys?
That's F. That's G. A. C. D. F.
No, but oh, sorry, I'm being dumb. You can do sharp or flat with a single note, but you can't do a minor. So B minor would be the B bass note, right? So it would be D to B to G to F sharp.
cut that part. Let's expand on your growth from last time, man. And there you go. Keep playing. Huh?
What do you think would be cool?
What could be cool is
Yeah.
oops.
What could be cool?
Is to copy is to like make just one more phrase. What the fuck is going on? Make one more phrase of this same somebody calling you or me?
Me. Yeah, I'll shut that off.
Is make another phrase of the same thing but bring a drum beat in for the second phrasing of it. So I'm going to copy and paste. And then where it kind of builds here, let's make the drum beat start, and I'm going to increase the fills, maybe bring it to like about half. And then here, bring this beat. A little complex, a little louder. Hopefully the snare drum will be involved. Let's try something to that.
Are you going to add some guitar now?
Yeah.
No?
It was probably my microphone sitting right on top of my cell phone. That's probably what it was.
D, B, yes, D, B minor, G, F sharp minor.
Add one more string.
should do that. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm trying to find like what note I have to go to like after the where, you know what I'm saying, like when I should hit the
can add other stuff to it, but I think you should just throw down that down.
And that's just on one part of it.
But you were doing it where you slid a couple of different ways with that same progression. Dun 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 dun.
closer. Appreciate y'all sticking around
Mom and Dan.
for this jam session, Bullish Frog. We appreciate it very much. Oh shit, your camera's out.
Okay.
Sorry, David.
That's okay. I don't need a face.
Yeah, you don't.
Thank you for joining us on another Sapo Saturday. Hope Violetta Zeroni is doing all right. Maybe we'll have her in another time. For the couple of you that stayed with us, appreciate you. Have a beautiful weekend. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday. Sapo Studios, out.